Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Shay. If you are new to my channel, this channel is a platform for all my women that struggle with PCOS, which is very short for polycystic ovarian syndrome. It is a hormonal imbalance that affects every 1 out of 5 women across the entire world. There are many side effects of PCOS, but there is one that I struggle with 24/7. 365, no weekends off, no holidays off, no vacations, and that is hirsutism, which is excessive facial hair, body hair, and a male pattern all over a woman. That is okay because that's the way God made me. So I'm just pretty much going to show you guys what I do in my life to live with it, because I'm living my best life all of 2021 until the day that I die. So this setup is kind of different. I need to I need to plug my face. If you've been following me, I have been drinking the spearmint tea, which does lower the testosterone levels in my body, which in turn does lower the testosterone. I was going to say it again. Which then in turn doesn't show my facial hair growing as excessively. So I used to plug my face every other day. Excuse me, now I can go confidently about a good strong 6 days without doing anything to it, and God is good. Thank God for spearmint tea, because the struggle of growing hair at a rapid speed of a bunny rabbit and now it's growing like a turtle, I will take it. Jotted down some notes so that, you know, Shay can stick to her notes and not have you guys all over the place. So we're gonna get started. I did just got the shower, so actually that's why my edges look like they're sticking up like Kunte Kinte's daughter, and I need to just lay them down, but I'm letting them kind of breathe because I did moisturize and cleanse my scalp. So I'm gonna lay my edges down, put a scarf on, and go to bed. That's what I'm doing my face. So we're gonna just, okay, we'll start off with some hand sanitizer. I did wash my hands, but I just feel like anytime you use any utensils and then touch your face, your hands should be clean, because I don't use gloves all the time, and now that I have nubs, I can really get deep down and dirty with it, because I did wash my face and I just cleaned it, so I didn't like moisturize it or nothing. I never moisturize it before I pluck. I don't know why. I just rather wait till my pores are open and then do a deep exfoliation, and then I just feel like tomorrow morning, kaboom, my skin's gonna be on fleek. But because my face has been sitting ashy and dry, and before I start waxing and plucking it, I'm gonna use this rose water. I've used this in like in a lot of my videos, just to kind of wake up my face without putting like a cream or something heavy on it. So I really do like this stuff. And in most of my videos that I'm trying to be more consistent, I will upload everything in the description box below that I am using. Now, Shayla, here are your scissors. I was looking all over for my scissors. Like, did I leave them at my mom's house? Yeah, here they are. I do always to cleanse my tweezers after each pluck. Because of course, I mean, that's just dirt. Like, they have been digging, scraping, and plucking, so you should be washing these after every pluck and wax, whatever. When the hairs are, I can't say when the hairs are too short, because that's why I got this tool to get the hairs when they're too short. But this is just me when I'm being lazy and I want to just hurry and get my sideburns instead of spending another 30 minutes trying to get the sideburns. I use the eyebrow razor. But we're gonna just kind of see how well I can do talking and plucking. So if I am a bit too bright or too shiny, I do apologize. Let me just turn this off until I start plucking. Because of this light and that light and those lights, sometimes on the camera it does look a bit, it just looks a bit like doing the most. So let me do my little chit chat real quick. So I kind of wanted to do like a mental check-in, because I kind of was actually struggling to make this video. Like, I didn't know what to talk about. Like, I've been talking about my skin and stuff I've been using all summer long. I talked about makeup, blah, blah, blah. But like, I kind of just felt like a lot of stuff has, let me put these down while I'm talking. A lot of stuff has kind of been happening this summer compared to last summer. And I kind of felt like just sharing with you guys some things that have been going on with me. So for all of us, I feel like last year, for the sisters with Hirsutism, mask was a gift from God above. Like, wearing masks, no problem. Everywhere you go, mask, 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 mask. Yes, ma'am, where's my mask? You know, so that in turn, also I'll try to put the clip in here or the picture of, I was showing you guys how I put my 2 masks on, or 3 masks, 5 masks, whatever I was wearing. I was putting on masks to cover up every strand of hair showing, get home, walk around with a full beard and be okay with it. Because nobody was seeing it. I didn't have to impress anybody. I didn't have to, it just was the best. Like, low-key was the best. But also, you know, too, it was very itchy. Like, you know, your facial hair, when it grows back, it itches. And then you're putting these masks on. So I was breaking out with some of the masks that my job had for us to wear. And then, you know, I would get kind of comfortable or be outside and lower the mask a little bit, forgetting that I had a full beard, upper lip hair. It was just a mess. It was a mess. Like, the struggle was real when taking the mask off, and oops, I haven't touched my face in like a month, and everybody can see all my facial hair. So that was a lot to deal with. Also, I shared with you guys the verbally abusive relationship I was kind of in last year that was really making me in my feelings, making me feel very insecure about myself. The whole thing with the pandemic, with stressing about would I even have a job at the end of last year, how would next summer be? It was a lot for the whole world, but thank God I'm still here. I pray that you guys are still here. I pray that you guys are still recovering, healing from whatever sickness, disease, relationship, tragedy, anything. Like, I pray that you guys are all just doing very well, because it was a lot for the whole world. It wasn't just me, it wasn't just you, everybody was affected from it. So I just feel like mentally that's a lot. I'm only 29 years old, so I've never been through a pandemic. I've never thought about losing my job based on how the world was shutting down and you need to stay in your house and 6 feet, wash your hands a billion times a day. You can't go to clubs, bars, you can't sit down in restaurants. I've never experienced this in my life. So mentally, for everybody, that was a lot to try to adjust to and try to make normal. I feel like even this summer, I mean, it's still like there, but people are trying to get back to our normal. I don't think we'll ever be normal again. As you know, the world is still kind of trying to get back to normal, but we may be wearing masks by the end of 2021. Alright, it was very challenging to talk as much as I do and pluck, so I did this side of my face, and I found a little bit of wax that I'm going to use for under my chin and right here, because these are like really short, because like I said, I use that eyebrow razor to kind of like cut these down, so when it grows back, it's like growing back either ingrowns or really short, and I usually let like down here grow long instead of waxing under here. Plus these hairs just grow longer. Another thing about the pandemic, let my facial hair grow and kind of just watching it. This side of my face, for some reason, doesn't grow as fast as the hair on this side. And also up under my chin, like it's finer hairs. Finer hairs right here. And then down here, really fine hairs. So the really ingrowns are from like under here and then definitely like right here, where I get most of my ingrowns. So a lot of time spent getting ingrowns are right here on my face and up under here. But everything else is pretty fine down here, like straight. You know, Becky with the good hair up under my neck. But yeah, talking about like mental health, comparing last year to this year, I would definitely say like, just like my, of course, you know, looking at my face, taking care of my body, letting my hair grow. in a way was like a teaching lesson of, you know, just kind of seeing what works for me, what doesn't. Of course, my facial hair, when it grew back, it didn't itch as bad because I was just letting it grow. Of course, you know, feeling it on my pillowcase when I turn over in the middle of the night, I was like, ugh. And then, of course, touching my face, if that's scratching my ear, or even putting in my AirPods. I mean, it's just not a time that goes by my day where I didn't feel, you know, the facial hair. But then definitely that mask gave me so much confidence. Going outside, check, get the mask, you know. It was a confidence booster in a way. Like, yeah, see, that one's really, really short. And then too, when I don't get them, and I feel like they kind of break off, that gets on my nerves. So this side isn't gonna take as long as the other side. This is why I didn't film, because I just can't talk and pluck. As far as not having that many dark spots, if I do have a like real short ingrown, this is the best tool ever, because I used to stab and dig. And of course, if you don't automatically clean it, that of course dirt will get in there and give you a dark spot. But this gets up under those, under your skin. So of course, ingrown hairs, the hair is curled over, grows back into your skin, and this gets right up under that real thin layer. Then of course you can see the hair. Though these tweezers are the bomb.com. Like, I love that I found these and invested these. Like I said many times before, I always take time in plucking. Like right now it's 1 o'clock in the morning. Like, I mean, I've had a long day, so I didn't plan to do anything else. But my point is, I was gonna make the time to pluck my face. And then sometimes, like I just did, I pluck so hard that it bleeds, which of course shows you how heavy-handed I am and determined to get these hairs. All right, that was a bad idea to think that I could really talk to you guys and plug my face, but I'm about to actually put some aloe vera gel on my face to calm my skin down. I have some wax warming up, so I'm gonna go through and put a little bit right here to kind of get those really, really short hairs. That is gonna take me another 30 minutes to do if I were to use tweezers. And this is the best thing ever. I feel like aloe gel is such a natural cooling sensation after your face has been stabbed, excuse me, plucked, and just in shock. This is just the best thing. It makes your face feel so good. Then I got this like at the hair store for like $3. I used to buy the aloe gel from Whole Foods, or like a natural store that sells like natural things, or like vitamins and stuff. I think when I go back to the stores, I'm gonna go use the aloe leaf and see if I see a difference, because of course this has a lot of stuff in it, but it does not have alcohol, which is great because I'm putting this on. I use it for my face, so there's no purpose in me plucking my face, trying to get it clean in one color, and then burning it with the alcohol. I'm gonna let this dry a little bit. And I always put on aloe gel after I wax and pluck, or if I don't have aloe gel, I use some type of oil to kind of just calm my face down before I go and wash it, exfoliate it, put different oils and creams on it. This is just kind of like a, you can chill for a minute. I'm sorry for stabbing you. Just overall with mental health and how last year I was feeling compared to this year. So going into this summer, you know, we're not wearing the mask as much, so you know, your skin's kind of a bit more exposed. You're still kind of self-conscious if somebody's looking at you or they see it. I felt like last year was a year of, you know, stressed out, depression for like a lot of people, but for me personally, a lot of things in my life like changed me as a person, changed in my life, finances, careers, relationships, all the above. And this year I kind of went into more of a positive attitude no matter what happens. If the pandemic goes on for the next 50 years and this is our new normal of wearing masks, And you know, I can't really engage with people because we have to be 6 feet. You can't have functions more than 5 people because of the restrictions everywhere. Just trying to have some type of normalcy, I feel like it's always been a struggle with PCOS, because it's great when you can find a product that works for you. Boom, boom, boom. You found it on YouTube. Oh my gosh, she did a look at her skin. She looks beautiful. I'm gonna buy that, buy that, buy that. But if you're not consistent in what you do, you won't really have like a normalcy or starting to do like a new change for yourself. If I'm not mistaken, I think it takes 28 days to start a habit, or 30 days to start a habit. So I feel like last year I was doing so well with, you know, moisturizing my face, wearing the turmeric mask. This year I started off drinking that spearmint tea religiously every day and every night. And then when things happen in life and it kind of knocks you off your horse and you're like, well, you know, I guess it'll be okay. You know, I got to do this rest of my life. My skin's going back to being dark. I think the oil in my hair is like sliding and it's getting in my eye. But just thinking about the stuff that's happened in my life, and I'm over here just kind of getting lazy. My dog dying unexpectedly, that just knocked me completely out the way. Like, oh, she is my screensaver, and for I don't know how long she's gonna be this way, but this is my baby, and I had her for 15 years. I'll be 30 in November, so that's, you know, half my life to have something so close to almost like having a human child. It rocked my world, and I was depressed, sad, trying to, you know, fake it and make it, and everybody's, you know, saying, oh, it'll be okay, you know, you'll get another dog. And I had an attitude like, if your child died, would I say you can get pregnant again, you know? So I was taking stuff very personal, but at the same time that was just me hurting, you know? So there is a saying that hurt people, but I didn't want to hurt. I didn't want to hurt no more. I wanted to find my happy place. I wanted to find my motivation of continuing to encourage my sisters. Like, till death do I part, I'm going to be a PCOS advocate. If it's I'm living in the States, I move to another country, I get married, have kids, blah, 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 that's nothing. I'm still going to advocate 100%, because me advocating for you guys, I feel like I have to advocate for myself every day. So if I wake up every day with the attitude of, ooh, here we go. All right, let's wash this face. I feel a kabillion hairs on it. Let's drink this tea. Let's try to see if I can, you know, maybe start wearing more of the turmeric under my arms in the morning to brighten up my dark spots. Let's blah, 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 blah. Like, every day is a wake up. Let's go, let's get it. Like, for any goal, any job, in a relationship, every day you have to kind of wake up with a consistent attitude. Me, if I like somebody and we're talking, I almost can't use the word dating because people don't want to like use that word because you're just talking or whatever, and you're talking to more than one person. So whoever I'm talking to, I wake up thinking about you. I want to say good morning. I hope you have a great day. You were on my mind. Have a great day. It's going to be a marvelous day no matter what happens. If that's to a guy or to my best friends or any friends, you know, even my sisters. Hello, beautiful. How are you doing today? I haven't talked to you in a while. Just want to let you know that I love you. I was thinking about you. I hope no matter what happens this week that you will have a very productive week. You are going to accomplish everything you put your mind to. You have so many goals. You're very ambitious. You're very strong. You're very courageous. I mean, I just pour so much positive, because when people can read, is there hair in my mouth? When people can read text messages, you know, something like that, it does something inside of you that's just like, woo, all right, let's go. I mean, you know, my friend Shay texted me saying I was beautiful, I was gorgeous, no matter what happens today, I can conquer all things through Christ who strengthens me. Preach, you know, like that's what I want to say back in a text message. That does something to you, and that does something for everybody. If it's somebody you just met or you've been talking to for years, having somebody encouraging, motivating you can change your whole attitude. So I just feel like from last year to this year, that has been my, I'm going to be consistent no matter what. Even in a pandemic, even in the middle of, I don't even know how I'm going to consistently do this every day, because if I miss 2 days, I feel like a failure. If I don't drink that tea, I feel like, well, darn, I guess I'll start again next month. It's just all these things that you think about. You think about your life, think about where you see yourself in the next year. My parents, and in high school, I always remember the question of, where do you see yourself in 5 or 10 years? I don't know if God's gonna allow me to see tomorrow. So it's hard for me to be like, oh yeah, in 10 years, I'm gonna be married, have 4 kids, I'm gonna live in a big white house, I'm gonna live in Salt Lake City, Utah, we're gonna live forever and ever together, I'm gonna have my own business, help my husband. It's hard for me to think like that when I just try to get through this every day. And this is such a part of my everyday routine that sometimes it's hard to use your imagination and think past right now. I don't know if I'm the only one that struggles with stuff like that, but that is my daily thing. Now, granted, I will have days like, you know, in 5 years, if I'm consistent, I'm pretty sure my skin will be the same color. In 5 years, I feel like if I, you know, eat the right things, diet, exercise, I can go to a doctor and she can look at my cyst on my ovaries and say, oh my God, Shayla, the cysts have decreased. They've disappeared. You may be able to carry a baby to term. I mean, you know, I got to think about stuff like that long term and just think about positivity, because whatever you eat, digest, is going to affect you mentally, physically. It affects you, period, point blank. If it's somebody who's a vegetarian, a vegan, a carnivore, it doesn't matter. And I know a lot of my sisters struggle with, you know, I'm going to just eat like a rabbit to lose weight, or I'm going to eat like a rabbit to get my skin together. It takes consistency. It takes consistency. If you go to get your chin, face, chest, butt, cucucci area, if you get that laser, taser, you can't go one time, right? Excuse me. If I go get a Brazilian wax, I gotta go back in my 4 to 6 weeks because the hair is coming back, right? So if I start getting laser treatments, you have to go back. You have to be consistent with it. If I start drinking a gallon of water in the morning and at night just to see if my skin will, you know, decrease in my hyperpigmentation, my eczema won't flare up as much because it's in the summer, so I'm sweating, so my body's going through all these things. It has to be consistent whatever you do. So I feel like from last year to this summer, it's been a lot. Mentally, it is a lot to process and digest. But like I say in so many of my videos to so many of my sisters, it takes one day at a time. So if you wake up, have a journal, have your notes of your phone of what you're going to do today, what you want to accomplish. If it's even waking up and your goal for the day is to say something encouraging about yourself 5 times today, start with that. Because I can wake up with so much motivation and be like, oh my gosh, Shay, you look so beautiful today, girl. We're going to lay these edges. We're going to draw on some eyebrows, put a little makeup, and then, you know, a little bit of lipstick. And we're going to go out and have a great day today because it's Girls' Day or it's Taco Tuesday. We're going to have a good time. And then I get there and be like, dang, look at her. Look at her skin. Like, she looks really, really pretty. Oh, man, she has those shoes that I have. I'm sure that would look better with this outfit. Look at her hair. Like, I know how to do my own hair. Like, her hair is laid compared to mine. Mine looks like I just unwrapped it. All this negativity comes about because I just compared myself. I uplifted myself, and then I belittled myself, you know, seconds or hours later. But that just started with one comment or one talk with myself. So I said, I think I need more talks to myself on a daily because that one talk did nothing. I forgot everything I said about myself that morning based on me being out and looking at other people. And that's just not how you can successfully fight PCOS, beat Hirsutism, or anything. It doesn't matter if it has nothing to do with PCOS. Just as a person, as a human being, we're so natural to what's the word? It's not, we want affirmation. Is that the word? Affirmation? Hey Siri, what's the definition of affirmation? Okay, yeah, I'll use that word. Emotional support for affirmation. Yes, we want affirmation from people to compliment us, to say something positive, to look at us with a smile, or look her way since you got on a mask. You can't see if somebody's smiling at you, but you can read people's eyes, their eyebrows go up, you know, if they're looking down. Maybe she thinks my toes aren't done, my heels are ashy. You know, you just don't know because we're wearing these masks. But at the same time, we need that as human beings to survive, I feel. I should be wearing gloves, but I'm in a hurry because it is 2 o'clock in the morning. And actually, too, I would use like baby powder to wake up the hairs, but I feel like they're awake. Because their brother or sister just got snatched not too long ago. Because I did get up under my neck pretty good. I'm trying to not get this pimple because it's open and that is going to burn. Alright, this wax is really, really hot. Look at me, not spilling anything. And then too, this wax too is it dries quickly. As far as on my face, like hardening. And if this wax does get on my clothes and stuff, I don't feel like it'll take forever to come out my clothes. But I would also use this wax on my upper lip, but I razor cut that last week, so it's really, oops. So that facial hair on my upper lip doesn't bother me because it grows back slowly. Also too, with the aloe vera calming down my face, I can also too then see the hairs that I miss in all the ingrowns. Ingrowns are just something else. It's gonna take forever to do ingrowns, but like I said, you have to put the time into doing ingrowns. Dang. And it breaks off all slowly. I'm very used to being waxed, but at the same time, it still be hurting a little bit. I still gotta go back through and get some ingrown or get some hairs, but just to feel how it feels like a baby's butt right here. Like, it feels so soft. I know I have a booty chin, but I'm gonna go back through and pluck a few more and then put on the aloe vera for that section. Well, overall, I just want to say from last year to this year, I do hope my sisters do stay encouraged, as a lot of things happen, like I said, in life. At the end of the day, it's mentally tough to think about something that there's no cure for. You may feel alone, like nobody in your family looks like you. You can't talk to any of your friends because they don't go through anything like you. You may be like me, looking at 30 down the street. You thought maybe by this time you'd be married, have a few kids, you know, etc., be a certain place in your career, and you're not. At the end of the day, I just have to thank God for being alive every day. I can complain about a kabillion things every day. I know a kabillion is not a word, I just like to use it because it's more than a million and billion. But I have to thank God that I'm alive. Like, I get frustrated when I think about, you know, the dating life and how much complicated it gets, and thinking about, you know, the process it may have to take for me to, I'm holding my chin because it burns a little bit. The process I'll have to go through in order to, you know, carry a baby to term. You know, waking up every day doing this, you know, having a room with lights. If, you know, I do get married or just let her down the road, I'm gonna have to continue to do this. I've gotten over this part. That's why it's 2 o'clock in the morning. Like, I had a busy day, but I just said, this is something that I have to do. Like, I make time for it. I don't complain about it. I make sure I get my tools something to drink. I have my music playing, and lights, mirrors, action, let's go. So I've gotten used to that part, but mentally, when sometimes you sit and think like, dang, like I do this a lot. Like how would I have to do this the rest of my life? And yeah, you will have to do this the rest of your life. But at the same time, you have to have an attitude of this is me and this is who I am. People can accept it, love it, like it, or they don't have to. I'm not meant for everybody, so I'm not going to project myself onto anybody for them to feel like they need to accept me, like me, anything like that. So I do hope this video was a bit encouraging, trying to be a little bit uplifting as you think about going back into the norm of taking off that mask and people are looking at you, or wearing low-cut shirts, or just any part of your body that of course PCOS has doomed and people are looking at it. Having just a little bit more courage, having a better attitude to answer people, to educate people, because what's that Bible verse? People perish for a lack of knowledge. I feel like that is so deep, because if I don't know about, as a child, when you make fun of somebody just because they're different, I don't know what's going on with that person. But in our society of America, we're quick to judge by laughing, staring, pointing, frowning up our faces, because we don't know. Even if you don't know, we're just ignorant as human beings. But I'm just saying, as far as having a different attitude when people say, as a woman, you have a facial hair. Is that hair in your chest? It still, kind of throws me off, and I have to take a deep inside, in and out huff to myself before I answer, because I have a very smart, quick mouth that I like to pop off and say the ungodly thing, but I also have to say, this person doesn't know. So let me educate them so they do know. So when they don't just see me, Shay, but they see somebody else who looks like Shay. So, okay, I'm seeing it. It must be something going on. Let me ask somebody, what is that? And then the conversation can get deeper. But yeah, so we're going to cut this video. I'm going to finish my facial routine. I'm excited that next month is PCOS Awareness Month. Ooh, ooh, get it, girl. PCOS Awareness Month all September. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I am so excited. Like, I love September. Love it, love it, love it. If you guys have not, go back and look at my PCOS. The gala was 2 years ago, but that video is on my channel. I will link it down in the description box below. But like always, I love you guys so much. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you have not already. I do try to upload all my videos on Wednesdays. So I love you guys so much. Follow me on Instagram for all my notifications on what I do every day. Drinking the tea, putting on turmeric mask, plucking, waxing, dating, just chit chat, makeup, routines, all the above. Hope you guys like this video. Talk to you soon.